So they took me back for surgery, and it was kind of funny because I scooted over on the table there in the surgery area, and they put your arms out, straight out beside you. At least ours did, straight out beside you, and I felt like, and your legs had like separate little things to lay on, and I said, just so long. They said, are you comfortable? And I said, just so long as you don't nail me down. Because I felt like, Jesus on the cross with my arms out. Please don't nail me down. And she said, oh, she thought I said, tie me down. Oh, no, we wouldn't do that. We won't tie you down. No. I said, no, 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 no. And one of the other guys that was in there, the orderlies in there, he said, no, she said, nail me down. He said, no, ma'am. He said, we won't do that. He said, there was only one that had to be nailed to the cross, and we won't do that to you. So that was about the last thing I remember until I woke up a little bit in recovery. And then they took me to my room. I did get sick, and I had told them ahead of time that I get sick easy. I did get sick and threw up some. It wasn't as bad as it could have been, but I threw up a lot of blood. And they said, this is not normal. It's normal to throw up some blood, but she's throwing up too much. So they did some blood work, and everything was fine. It was fine. It was probably because of the heparin. So anyway, I was able to have ice chips the day of surgery. Oh, but I had the awfulest taste in my mouth. It was awful. It's like, I don't want ice chips. And the oxygen had a funny smell to it. I guess all my senses were heightened. Oxygen had a funny smell to it. And they put me on oxygen because the doctor told me not to bring my CPAP machine with me. And I thought that was kind of strange because I know that some of the others have had to bring their CPAP machine with them to the hospital, but I didn't. She told me she didn't want me to, and I asked her why, and she said because the machine would force air, excuse me, would force air down into my newly made pouch that she made for me, and it could put some strain on it until it has time to heal a little bit, which made a whole lot of sense. I just didn't think about it. So anyway, I kept the oxygen on. Well, then I started having trouble with dizziness and nausea. Well, I figured out when I came home that my sinuses were irritated, and it was the oxygen that was doing it that irritated my sinuses. My sinuses started bleeding, and that was what was causing my dizziness and my nausea. Because once I came home after, half a day or so, I wasn't having trouble with it anymore. A little bit of a headache, but I wasn't having trouble with the dizziness anymore. But the second day I was in the hospital, let's see, I went in on Wednesday, had surgery on Wednesday. Thursday, they always say the second day after surgery is the hardest. It definitely was for me. I sat on the side of my bed, and I kept asking myself and my husband, why did I do this? I was so miserable. Why did I do this? What did I get myself into? I can't reverse it. I can't stop it. I've set myself on a course that I can't change. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? But that passed. It was just because I felt bad. I've known for a long time this is what I wanted to do, and it's just because I felt bad. And it is a learning process, but it's still, I'm fine with it now. It was just a rough day Thursday. So don't feel bad about wondering what in the world you have done to yourself and why in the world did you do it, because it will pass, and you'll start realizing exactly why you did it. So that day I had liquids, and then by Friday, I came home Friday The nurses got tickled at me because I was so ready. They told me I could go home Thursday if I wanted to, but I felt so bad. I told my husband, I said, I'm not ready to go home. I'm truly not ready to go home. I feel so bad, and I was so dizzy and stuff. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to make it home without getting sick. And I said, I can't go home. I'm not ready. So Friday morning came, and honey, I was ready. I was ready to go home because um, I woke up about 6:30, 5:30, 6:30, and I put my clothes on. The only thing I couldn't do was put that one arm in my shirt and in my bra so that had the IV in it. So I left that one arm out and just kept it under the shirt. Crazy, I know. But I was so ready to go home at that point. The nurses got tickled at me because they're like, you're dressed. You must be ready to go home. I said, yes, ma'am. Soon as that doctor says it's okay. Have you called her yet? Have you called her yet? Have you called her yet? Anyway, they just got tickled at me. But anyway, it's been an interesting journey. It is major surgery. So it's not like going and you know, having your tonsils out or something. It is major surgery. But I have not been in pain. They gave me liquid Tylenol through my IV. No morphine, nothing else other than the liquid Tylenol. They call it liquid Tylenol. That's all I've had, and I've not been in pain. Now, I'm sore. I'm very sore, but I'm not in pain, which has been awesome. And I'm trying to learn how much my pouch can hold, my little new stomach can hold, and how much not to push it, and what are the things that sit heavy, and some of the things that are, a lot more comfortable. See my little puppy up under my arm. And so I wanted to let you guys know everything's good. And I'm going to make a couple more videos to give you some, I have something special I want to share with you that somebody made for me. And it's very special. It's really neat. And so I will sign off for now. And remember, the things you do today create the memories of tomorrow. Make it special. Thanks. God bless. Bye-bye.